Hello, Waswere here, back with another video. Yes, I'm finally back. Jagex has just announced that they are changing the rewards on the most recent Grandmaster quest, Extinction. And honestly, good for them for realizing what was missing. I put together a list of all the rewards from all the Grandmaster quests in the past, and they all have some sort of permanent impact to your account that was pretty big at the time of release. Some of the stuff like the Soul Cape and Elite Void have fallen down over the years, but at the time they were great and they were big motivators to get out and do quests. And that's kind of one thing that I've really not liked about modern RS3 is that it feels like there's no motivation to go out and get skills done. There's no motivation to go out and get Quest Cape done. There's no reason behind it. It's just XP and it's just a number, but it can be so much more than just a number. As mentioned by the news post and the title of this video, Jagex is releasing the ability to make a Ring of Vigor passive. This is very good, and it goes just beyond the quality of life of not having to swap your ring, which even if you just didn't have to swap your ring, it would be great. It's going to work a lot better than that. You'll be able to have the Ring of Vigor effect at all times, meaning every ultimate will now cost 90% adrenaline, and every special attack will only require 90% of its base cost, all while still having access to a second powerful ring equipped. Essentially, you can treat this like Jagex is giving us 2 ring slots, but one of them has to be the Ring of Vigor at all times. Whether your other offensive ring is a Ring of Death to not have to worry about death costs, or the Reaver's Ring to get more crits and more damage if you don't care as much about your death costs. To illustrate this fact, I've calculated out the average damage of a Dark Bow EOF with Reaver's Ring, Ring of Vigor, and Ring of Death on. All other gear is max gear for comparison's sake. A Dark Bow EOF with Ring of Vigor on hits 18,032 on average. With the Ring of Death on, it hits 18,206. And with the Reaver's Ring on, it hits 18,490 on average. This means that someone who uses the Ring of Death will have an approximate 1% increase to damage with Dark Bow EOFs, and someone who uses Reaver's Ring will have an approximate 2.5% increase to damage, all while getting the adrenaline reduction from the Ring of Vigor. This is just for the Dark Bow ability. The numbers will vary slightly for stuff like Gothic Staff, Armadyl Battle Staff, Dragon Claws. It depends on the damage range of the ability and how reliant it is on crits, but you can roughly assume about 1% for Ring of Death users and then 2.5% for Reaver's Ring users. Alongside the extra damage, you also save an inventory spot. You can now bring one more piece of food, one more offensive switch, or even a luck ring swap, making PVM as a whole a little bit easier or more rewarding. One other major benefit is for the forgetful people, and I'm one of those people. I have a tendency to forget to put on my DPS ring after using an ultimate or a Dark Bow spec, and I spend the rest of the time with Vigor on, losing the damage that I would be gaining from having my DPS ring on. And then when I die, I remember, holy crap, my Ring of Death isn't on, and I have to pay a 14 mil death. This has happened way too many times to me while ranging Virago, and I'm happy that this is going to be gone now. Just this alone is going to save me hundreds of mils on my way to Golden Reaper. This means that the average non-Reaver's Ring camping PVMer is now able to keep their Ring of Death on at all times, virtually guaranteeing them a 400k death without fear of disconnects, client crashes, or being forgetful. As a whole, this is a very welcome change, and I'm looking forward to how all the smart PVMers are going to apply it for new records and casual metas. Not all Switch Cape needs to be gone, but the mechanical no-thought ones like a Vigor swap, I am more than happy to get rid of. I like the more decision-based Switch Cape, where you have to think about the current action of the boss fight and decide whether you want to do this or do that, versus always swapping to your Ring of Vigor or never swapping to your Ring of Vigor. The more dynamic Switch Cape we get, and the less mechanical Switch Cape we get, the happier I'll be. The quest rewards are also going to include a God Wars Dungeon 3 drop up. I imagine it's probably going to be equal to the Tablet of Het, which was 10%, and it would work the same way where you really want to get the quest done before camping out a boss, but on the small scale, it's not going to have a big impact, and you probably won't notice it. There's also a Necklace of Salamancy, which is going to be a Dinosaur Slayer necklace, so that's nice to have. I did leave this video short as I didn't want to drone on about it, but I hope you enjoyed me being back for another video. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. I promise it won't be another 3 months till my next video.